Hi, this is Purva, and today I will be demonstrating Beam. So Beam is our enterprise asset management system. It is a web-based system, so you can log into the system by using the web browser after deploying it onto your cloud or on-premise server. It is also a permission-based system, so not everyone can see everything in the system, and you can connect to what you're supposed to based on your position, profession, department, and group. So after logging into the system, you can also find the dashboard on your homepage. It visualizes the data of the system into the widgets of the dashboard, and it helps you keep track and monitor the performance and KPIs of your company. So for example, we have these interactive widgets. So here we have a list of different companies. And if I were to choose a specific company, you see that all the other widgets change depending upon that specific company. So it is very interactive and you can customize it the way that you prefer to, depending on your company's need. And you can always export it to an Excel or a PDF file. And on your left here is the main menu of Beam. So Beam is a modular structure, and we have total 4 main modules, which include asset, maintenance, material, and personnel. So we can first start off with the asset module. So here we have this map. So you can find the real-time location of your moving asset on this map after integration with the GPS device that is equipped on your asset for maintenance purposes. So it's a very interactive map and you can keep track of all of your moving assets. For example, trucks, for example, you can keep track of them by using this map. Also in this module, we have a graphical asset tree. So here you can upload the blueprint or floor plan of your facility to the system. In addition, you can pinpoint the location of your fixed asset, and you can have an overview of your asset on this graphical asset tree. So when it is in the green color, it means that it is in good condition. And once there is any maintenance that is scheduled for it, it will automatically turn red. So for example, when we hover over this green dot, this is a specific location of your asset. And we have the information about the assets such as the status, as well as the group, and the type of asset, as well as the operation and cost center. Also, here we have a list of our assets. So here we have something known as the asset tree. So this asset tree shows the structure of your company in a hierarchy form. And after expanding it, you can find the assets that you have allocated to different locations or department. Furthermore, you can find the asset line in the asset tree. It means you can combine 2 assets for performing a task. And any maintenance that you schedule for the parent asset will automatically be applied to the dependent asset. And if we go back here, we have a list of all of our assets, and you can also manage the information for your assets here. So for example, we have a specific code for each asset, and we also have the description as well as the department that it falls under, along with any serial number, as well as the asset type code and when the last maintenance date was, as well as the asset type description. So if we were to choose an asset, for example, let's choose this one right here. So here is where you can manage the information for the asset thing, which include things such as a default material, as well as here we have all the materials, as well as the group info, along with the maintenance team. And also we have a tab for legitimate proceedings where we have some insurance related information. And we also have a picture of the asset here. And we can also attach any other documents that are related to this specific asset. For example, we have handbooks, and some other information as well. And also we have a brief overview of the asset, which includes the asset code, the description, the asset type, as well as the department that it falls under, as well as cost center. And for this specific asset, we also have the depreciation amount. So here we can choose the type here, and we have some information about depreciation of the asset. And also in this module, we have a reporting tool available. So there's actually a reporting tool available in every module in Beam. And you can run over 10,000 ready-made reports in the system. So for example, let's say we want to view an asset status report. So before generating the report every single time you need it, you can schedule the report to be sent to you automatically. So you may be asking, well, how can I do that? Well, you can do that right here. So you can choose to add a schedule for the report to be sent out to you. So here is where we can do it. So we can either do it daily, weekly, or monthly. And you can also add the recipient right here, the email address. And that is how you can schedule the report. So let's choose one of the reports to view for an asset. So let's say we want to do this one right here, and then we would simply go and prepare. So here is our report. So we're able to see the status of the specific asset along with some other information. And we also have some other reports available, for example, the asset status history report, as well as equipment down analysis, as well as an asset barcode list. And next we can go on to our maintenance module. So first we have all of our work requests. So in case of any unplanned breakdown, the operator of the asset can file a work request. So you can pick the asset from the asset list for the work request or scan the barcode for the filing. And in addition, you can attach the image that you take as a reference for the maintenance team. So if we need to, here is some of the previous work requests that we have. So if you need to add a new work request, the most easiest and quickest way to do this is by going up here to fast request. So we can choose the priority of the asset. So if it's an emergency, if it's a low priority, or if it's normal. So let's just do normal. And we can choose the asset right here. So let's say we want to do this one right here. And we can also choose the work type that's required. So let's say it's a mechanical issue. And we can also choose the maintenance/failure code. So in this case, if it's a mechanical failure, we can add that right here. And we can also put some description here, for example, generator needs mechanical any other description that you want to add, and then you can simply go ahead and do save. All right, and here is our work request right here. And once all the work requests are done, they will be sent to the work order pool. So they will be pulled to the work order pool pretty much automatically. And here is where you can schedule the start, things such as the start and end date for your work that's required. So here is our work request right here that we send out. So here is the information for our work order. For example, we have the work order kind. So it was a failure maintenance, and we also have the asset code as well as the department and some other related information about the specific asset. And we also have the description that we added here. And we also have the informed date as well as the planned start date for the work, as well as the end plan date. And on the left here, we have used materials, as well as the work steps that are going to be involved. And we can also attach any other documents. And lastly, we have the cost that's required. So here is where we have some of the labor cost, the material cost, as well as the service cost that is required for this specific order. And up here, as you can see, we have the status of this specific asset, and we also have the work order status, the work order state, I mean. So once this is, right now this is ingoing work order, and when it's closed, it would be shown as closed. So next, in this particular module, we have the preventive maintenance. So here you can schedule the preventive maintenance for your asset after a certain time frame or at a certain time or a certain value captured from your IoT devices on your asset. So for example, we have this one right here. So for example, we have the basic information for this specific definition. So for example, we have the asset as well as the maintenance/failure code. And we also have the work order information as well as materials. And we also have any other attached documents. And next we have also some reports available to you. So for example, we have some cost reports. So for example, we have maintenance cost reports as well as material usage reports. And next we have the materials module. So here you can find a list of all your materials for your assets. So let's say we want to view one of the materials. So we have information such as the warehouse parameters. And we can also see the minimum material amount as well as the maximum material amount, as well as safety stock levels. And in our overview, if you notice that we have a specific, just like our assets, we have a specific code that is assigned to specific material as well as the measurement unit. So in this case, it is in pieces. And we also have our vendors here, as well as attached documents, and we have a handbook in this case. And we also have the picture of the specific material. So also in this module, we have material transactions. So here is where you can record the activity of your spare parts among warehouses. And all the transactions will be recorded with a unique voucher number, as well as transaction type, warehouses, quantity, and price, and so on. And also we have reports available. So for example, we have warehouse transaction report here. So we can choose a start and end date. So let's say we want to view this one, and then we can do prepare. So we're able to see the different warehouses, for example, and we're able to see all the transactions that occurred, along with some key information about this specific transaction. For example, this one right here is the material transaction type is material incoming. And for example, this specific description was gears, and we can also see the warehouse code as well as some other information. And next, we also have some other reports available. And next we have our personnel module. So here is where we have all of our resources. So for example, you can manage the information of your employees. For example, let's just go ahead and view one. So for example, we have the resource code as well as a description. So in this case, it's the name of the employee, as well as the resource position and the maintenance plan work type. And lastly, we have a resource occupation calendar here. So you can find the schedule of your employees in a calendar view, and you can compare the schedule of different employees on the same page. And this allows you to avoid the conflicts while you are assigning the task to the maintenance team. So for example, you can choose the start and end date of the specific resource and as well as the work type. And we can also choose the resources here. And this concludes my demonstration today on Beam on a very high level. So thank you for watching.